Hello, everybody. I'm back, man. Another ep. Look, I brought somebody with me, man. I got my number one guy. Tell everybody your name, champ.
Khalif.
That's right. This is my Ibn, man. Ibn means son in Arabic. There y'all go. Got you a little lesson today. Now I'm back, man. What's up? I'm glad. Thank you, man. Everybody that's checking out my joint. I uploaded yesterday. Thank you so much, man. Get in them landlords since I got him. But this PG correct, but this is a segment that we call, that I deem on the iCast, Kicking It with...
Different.
With Callie.
Wait, what'd you say?
Kicking It with... You supposed to say your name.
Kicking It with Khalif.
Okay, Khalif, Callie, nickname. You know what I'm saying? We got Pac overlooking us, as always. Got my main man here, Kicking It with Callie. And I had to bring him on, man, because I'm so proud of him for so many reasons. Even though I'll be on this, you know what? But this young guy taught himself how to ride a bike yesterday, no training wheels, in 10 minutes. I got the footage to prove it. 10 minutes, this dude taught himself how to ride a bike. Now, could you tell the people, how did you come about learning how to ride a bike that fast, sir? Talk to the people.
Okay. The reason I learned how to ride a bike that fast is I know I have to pedal and I have to balance.
Pedal and balance. Now, who taught you that?
My dad.
Oh, who's your dad?
You.
Me? Oh, okay. On the iCast, I'm a dad too. You know what I'm saying? There you go, man. Balance and pedal at the same time. Dude is a natural. And then he's going to say you're going to be the best bike rider in the world? Watch out with Tony Hawk 50 now. Watch out, whoever out there. My boy come and tell him I'm coming. You coming to get him?
Yeah.
All right. That's, so this is a segment that ends with Kicking It with Callie. He got his 2 minutes to shine. Give me a high five. Give me a kiss. All right, be the kid. I'll see you later. Gotta be over there. Okay, now we gonna get to the adult segment. Now, but listen, man. I love my boy, man. I have 4 children, man. They are wonderful. They are beautiful. They give me a run for my money. I mean, just imagine, if this is your first time tuning into the iCast, just imagine, a 51-year-old guy did 20 years in federal prison, comes back out. I got a 28-year-old daughter. I love her to death. Got a 25-year-old son. Love him to death. Then I had 2 more. A 5, Mr. Callie, you out. And he will be making an appearance soon. So think about that, man. So I'm juggling this joint crazy, man. But, man, let me tell you something. Alhamdulillah. All praises are due to God, man. I love being with my kids. I love my kids. Well, not the oldest one. I mean, I love my oldest one, being with them. They got their own life. But my 2 little guys, that's who I raised, man. That's what I do all this for, man. When you see me, on Highline Fashion, selling Gucci bags and Balenciagas and, Louis Vuitton belts and everything else that I done sold, book bags. Like I said, go check me out. You see me flipping cars and, you see me in New York with, a busload of people. When you see me, personal training in the gym, that's who I do it for, man. So I'm just glad, man, to be healthy, to be able to provide for my children, man, to be able to get up here and, do something I feel is beneficial. Because I'm an artist. That's why I have the iCast. I'm creative. I'm an artist. Artists are entrepreneurial in spirit. We can work for other people, but we're free thinking, we're flowing, we're always creating in our mind. Whether you're a rap MC, you spitting, whether you're a land developer, you're thinking about which property to acquire, whether you're a mathematician, a scientist, you want to discover something new, you want to solve this problem. So, being an artist, that's what I am. So this is one of my, my platforms, like I said. I'm that guy. So, I want to kind of I don't want to go into a rant, but I just want to somebody told me something, man, and it made me sit back. Because I've been home 7 years now, right? I got married, got divorced. I did everything y'all did while I was going for 20 years. Had children, again. But one thing that I noticed, man, especially going through this process of trying to acquire a home for my boys now in 2022, is that when I came home, since I've been home, there was nothing available to me. There was nothing given to me. There was no help provided for a man returning to society after 20 years. You know, let's think about it, because I mean, you got to think I had 5 years of federal paper, you know, and I had a PO, you know, and let me tell you something, man. You know, if I wanted to just get on here and just go score for Urch and put them on blast, I ain't gonna do that, because, you know, one thing about me, man, born with class. Yeah, so one thing about me, I ain't tacky. You know, I could be petty Eddie. Trust me. You know, I'm not tacky. I got class. So she shall remain nameless. But let me tell you something. My PO didn't help me with shit. She didn't help me with nothing. Do you hear me? I came back into society after 20 years. I had to report and see her after 30 days, right? After being home 30 days for 20 years. And I mean, there was no psychological help given. There was no, I guess, what is that? Health services given, such as food stamps, housing. There was no job opportunities, job training. I mean, you think about this, like, you're releasing people out of federal prison every day that have done, I mean, very, very long sentences. Myself, first time in federal prison, I did 20 years. So, I mean, people are doing a lot of long time. And then you come out here to nothing. To none. If you don't have a circle, if you ain't built a circle, if your family ain't rock with you while you was gone, you know, because a lot of them don't. I mean, a lot of them do, a lot of them don't. So let's just keep, you know, this the oddcast. We keep it funky. You know, so I mean, think about this. Think about the guys that do need help. We all not needed help. How did I not need help? It's just that I was self-motivated and I had trained myself all that time in prison that I was not going to fail out here. It just wasn't an option. If everybody else is out here living, how was I going to come back out here 46 and not live? So it didn't register to me that, you know, it was messed up, that then nobody helped me, because I had a job 10 days after I was out of prison. After I was out of the halfway house, I had a job 10 days. And I actually had a job before that, but that's just wild in itself because, you know what I'm saying? I had a job painting for a guy, but that only lasted a day or two. But I had a job getting a paycheck every week, 10 days after being out of federal prison. I had an apartment a month after being out of federal prison. And this is 215. You know, I told y'all yesterday about this bullshit they doing with these credit checks. 215, they didn't do that. So I had an apartment 30 days. I brought on my 3 check stubs. I was in that joint. So I was just blessed to come out and have some hustle about me and get a job and found me a place. But I'm thinking about the thousands and thousands, the millions. I ain't gonna say millions come home every year, but the thousands of brothers and sisters, man. And when I say brothers and sisters, you know, I'm talking about human brothers and sisters. White, black, Latino, brown, you know, Asian. So that, you know, let's get that, you know. I mean, I love my people. I love my nationality, my culture, but I love all people, man, you know, that are good people. I don't like and don't fuck with bad people, regardless of color. So let's get that, you know, let's get that established. So for if anybody want to run with anything with that that's watching the podcast. But I didn't have no help, none. And a lot of these brothers and sisters, not all of us, we have no help. If our family doesn't help us, you know, reintegrate into society, you know, can you imagine, you know, going to prison when there was no smartphones and the phones they had was the big block joints or the little Nokia wood grains? That's what I had, a Nokia wood grain in 96, because that's when I left. And then you come back in 2015 and they got smartphones. The first phone I had when I came home in 15 was an iPhone 4, the little pastel blue joint. You couldn't tell me nothing. What? You know, you can watch porn on the joint, even though it wasn't, you know, Muslim. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just a whole different world. So imagine not having no help. Imagine going to the DMV with your 18-year-old son to get a learner's at 46. And the lady looks at me and says, baby, you've never had a license? No, ma'am. You know, 'cause, I mean, we was just different in the 80s and 90s. We could do things without we're going through all that, you know. I could drive when I was 10. I need a license for it. That's how we grew up. I could drive when I was 10. Drove all till I got incarcerated. Never had a license, never got pulled over, never had a rap. And so imagine coming out 20 years later, you gotta go to DMV with your 18-year-old son because you gotta have a driver with you. And he told me, yeah, Dad, you can't drive by yourself. Sit your dumb ass down. But yeah, these are the things that we face. You know, when you go to rent a place and, you know, when I rented my place and I explained to her, well, matter of fact, she didn't even ask about prior rental history, you know. She didn't. She asked about proof of income, you know, and that was that. So, you know, just think about dudes, you know, this country provides no fucking help to recently released incarcerated individuals, you know, and that's a group that I'm a part of. Even if I wasn't a part of, you know, I would support them, you know, being in foxholes and trench holes with them because I understand, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm the underdog, but I love the underdog. You know, I ain't gonna say I'm not, you know, when I say underdog, I just mean people that don't get no help. And they're not favored in life, in a game, in a boxing match. They're not favored. But that grit, that not being favored, it makes them overcome all odds. So that's how I overcame. You know, that's how I'm sitting here now, 7 years later on the iCast talking to y'all like, because one thing about me, I'm going to come out and I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to ask questions. If something I want to know, I'm going to ask questions. You know, how you do this? What's that? Yeah. That's why I say I'm a caveman. So, you know, hey, man, we have to do better, man. We have to do better. It's abhorrent that we have a young woman, you know, Brittany Griner, still incarcerated in Russia because of a vape pen. Because of a vape pen. Oh, come on, man. Because of a vape pen. So, you know, this is like, we have to do better as a country because that makes no sense. I mean, that just shows you, you know, everything that's wrong with this country that I might speak on and that I might not speak on here. It's just common sense, you know? We ain't got to say racism. It's just discrimination. These are the things that happen, man. Like, why is this woman still in Russia? Over vape pen? Come on, man. This dude Putin and murdered millions and thousands of people, and this country has done the same in the name of democracy. You can't get this woman home. Now Uncle Joe want to offer Victor Bout. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about Victor Bout, see, I read his book in prison. He was like a real radical Soviet arms dealer, Russian arms dealer. I'm talking about he was selling guns to you know what I'm saying, to the Congolese, and he was down in Africa. He was selling guns to everybody. But he got, you know, the Americans finally called him because he didn't help them one time. Because he helped them a lot, but he didn't help them one time. So they got Victor Bout in federal prison. So now Uncle Joe want to exchange him for Brittany Griner. It shouldn't have to come to that, man. You know, and if I was Brittany, man, let me tell you, sis, you get out of that joint, man. You know, you need to take your family, your wife, and your dog, or whatever. Your kid, I don't know what you got, you know what I'm saying, but get out, man. Yeah, get out, man. This world is too big. Life is too short for a country to treat you like that, man. That's why we have passports. That's why we can travel freely to and fro, man. You know, this is like one of my big things, man, that I fully endorse, that if you follow me, you see that I do. You got to travel, man. I'm not with not traveling. I'm talking about your mind got to travel and your body got to travel. You got to get out time zones, man. You got to live in a different time zone. You got to feel uncomfortable or feel luxurious, whichever way you want to go, to Maldives or South America with an indigenous tribe in the jungle. Because I know people that did that too. So, you know, so, I mean, you got to travel. You got to travel, man. So, we have to do better as this country, man. And we got to stand on that as a population. You know, we got to stop being gophers. You know, my uncle told me that term when I was little, gopher. He said, don't be no gopher. Gopher, yeah, you go for this, you go for that. This country population, man, y'all go for anything they tell you on the news. Just because it's the news don't mean it's true. It's news is not truth. So you got to use your mind and, you know, ascertain certain facts. But, yeah, man, we got to do better. Brothers and sisters are coming home. You're not giving them no help. None. And then you want to talk shit when they get rearrested because they ain't had no job. People don't want to hire them because you're a felon. People don't want to rent shit to you because you're a felon. You know what I'm saying? So what are we supposed to do? Thank God that I had formulated a plan. I was a certified personal trainer. I came out, you know, I started flipping cars because I knew about that game. And, you know, that's something we could talk about. Another, you know, stream of income. Flipping cars, man. Let me tell you something. I had a little business flipping used cars when I first came home. You know, I had a good friend, you know, that had a car lot. And so, you know, I would use him because he was a licensed dealer. He would buy cars for me at the auction. He could see them online. I didn't have to even go there. So, you know, he would buy the joints for me. I would flip them. And let me tell you something. That's a very lucrative business. I found out. I'm like, man, I'm so late to everything. The trucking business, I'm late to everything. I mean, I've been going, but the used car business is incredibly lucrative. Incredibly. It's so many rules and that favor you, you know. So, yeah, so I was flipping cars, getting Altimas and Camrys for, you know, $800, $1,000. You know, do oil change on them, put some new tires on them, and, you know, flip them, you know. And that's what I would do. I'll pay $1,000. I'll sell them for $2,500. Because think about it. People got $2,500 quicker than they got $10,000. So, yeah, so, I mean, I was prepared. But that don't mean everybody was prepared. And I could have used help. I could have used food stamps. You know, I could have used housing vouchers. I mean, everything that free people get that haven't been incarcerated. So now we're getting punished after getting released. That's what double jeopardy means. You shouldn't punish somebody for a crime twice. You shouldn't. So that is just, you know, you have to, you know what I'm saying, do better. You really have to do better. So, I mean, come on, man. You know, you got people out here, man, that don't have housing. You know, you messing up their credit and all this, and you won't give them housing. You won't give them jobs. And then, you know, this stigma, you want to put out this, you know, recently released incarcerated individuals, they recidivate at a higher rate. Yeah, because all the avenues and doors are closed to us. So what are we supposed to do? Brother's going to go pick up that pack. Sister's going to get on that pole. You know, let's address that, you know, why we made these reputable occupations. Because, you know, we are survivors. So we got to survive. You know, we got to survive. What I'm supposed to do, come out here and just tell everybody, I've been in prison 20 years, help me. Nah, you got to hit the ground running. You know, I wanted nobody to even know I had been in prison. That's why, you know, when people found out, I loved the reaction. Oh, I loved the reaction because, oh my God, what? Are you sure? They had to look it up? Yeah. Man, you are so normal. How you doing? You're not like, nah, I mean, some people are. I'm a lot stronger than a lot of people, man. You know, my faith has grounded me for all that time. It has grounded me. So, I mean, but everybody's not like that, man. And that's the sad thing. You're sending all these adults out of here, out in the world, and now they start relationships, and this woman or this man don't know that, you know, this person has been psychologically affected from the trauma of incarceration. Because let me tell you something. Incarceration is just like going to war. And I've never been to war except being incarcerated. So I'm not going to make light of war. But let me tell you something. The same symptoms that soldiers suffer from, recently released incarcerated individuals suffer from. I mean, that is a very traumatic world to live in. You see motherfuckers getting stabbed, choked out, beaten to death with weights. You know, this ain't no everyday thing, but it's spontaneous. That's what's scary about prison. Shit is spontaneous. It pops off in a half a second. You was watching Video Soul, Video Music Box, Rap City, and then you look over and the nigga beside you got a banger hanging out his head. Blood squirting everywhere. And what's your human nature? You want to help. You know what I'm saying? But then you realize, oh, did he have a beef? Did he owe somebody some money? That's why that shit's sticking in his head. So you go help him. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now you in the beef. You know, it's crazy because you got to go against your human nature in certain instances. So, I mean, and then to come out in the world and everybody looking at you like, hey, man, don't nobody know I was locked up. First time I went in Walmart, I'm going to tell you a funny story, and then I got to go, man. Got to go. I got this out. Me and my man, Blizzy. Hey, I love you, Blizzy, man. I hope you watching, boy. I'll tell you the story. Me and my man, Blizzy, we got our first pass from the halfway house, a little 2-hour. It was a cosmetic pass, so, you know, go get your cosmetics and whatever, your underwear, get a haircut, boom, boom, boom. I think, yeah, it was 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. So, yo, we happy. You know, Blizzy did 15 joints. I did 20. We walking down the street, you know. Oh, man, we got the iPhones. You can't tell us nothing. People cannot understand how happy we are to be out. We don't know about walking at 90 degrees. So we going to Dollar Tree. Mind you, there was no Dollar Tree 20 years ago. All right, so we go. I mean, they had Family Dollar and all that. So we go up in the Dollar Tree. So we go down the aisle. We like, oh, man, they got everything, right? So, you know, there's no stickers in Dollar Tree. You know why? Everything's $1. So we don't know that. So I pick up the toothpaste. Hey, my man, it was a clerk in the aisle, a stock boy. How much is this? Oh, sir, that's $1. Okay. Then Black went down there and picked up some applesauce or something. Hey, my man, how much is this? Oh, sir, that's $1. Then I went over the next aisle and picked up some plates or something. He was like, hey, sir, do you see the banner going around the store? And we looked up, the green banner, and it says everything's $1. So we looked and we was like, yo, everything is like really $1? He was like, yes, sir, that's why there's no stickers. Man, you talking about two grown-ass men cutting up in Dollar Tree for the first time? Man, we went back to the halfway house with like $300 worth of shit. Yo, we had applesauce, pineapple, man. I had pizza. I'm like, yo, how motherfuckers saying it's hard out here and they got a dollar store to sell food? Is these motherfuckers tripping? Oh, yo, we gonna be on, Blizzy. And hey, we didn't know we hadn't been here. So that should tell you, the newness, how it is to us, man. Learning streets and all that stuff, man. You ain't driven in 20 years. So, I mean, we got to do better as a country in a lot of areas, man. Get Brittany Griner home, man. Number one, man. Take care of recently released incarcerated individuals. Stop the bullshit. Take care of us, man. Take care of us, man. Make sure we reintegrate healthy. Have healthy relationships. You just throw us back out in your society. Police out here shooting on us. We don't know nothing till we get out in here. You got to take care of us better than that, man. You got to take care of the elderly. You got to protect the children. Those are like three demographics that's really big to me, man. Really, really big. The children, that's why I mentor at my nonprofit that I mentor and volunteer with, lovenoego.org. Check us out. Love it to death, man. Been rocking with 5 years. The elderly, I'm over 50 now, so I'm an AARP member, The recently released, women, man. Those are the weak classes. We got to do better. You have to do better, man. Just because I made it and I'm a success story, it's a lot of not success stories. A lot of brothers that called me that went back in. And it's just sad, man. It's sad that this country would treat you like that. After you did your time. Now you're going to punch me when I'm out here. So, man, I'm about to sign off out of here. Just want to get at y'all, holler at you, man, because I got the channel. So I'm going to flood you with content. Thank you for watching. Keep watching, subscribe, and I'm going to keep bringing it to you, man. I'm going to keep bringing it to you what I feel that needs to be brought across the podcast. I'm going to put it out here, and we're going to talk about it and all that. So, man, like I said, once again, we got the late great behind me, Tupac Shakur. I'm signing off till next time, which will be real soon, whenever something comes across me. Thank you so much. I love y'all. My man made his debut, Kicking It with Cali. Peace till next time.